Hello student, let's start today's lecture. Today's topic is document type definition. So DTD is a topic and its long form is a document type definition. The XML document type declaration, commonly known as a DTD, is a way to describe the XML language precisely. So XML documentation type declaration, which is also known as a DTD, is a way which to help us describe the validity of structure and vocabulary of XML document against the grammatical rules and regulations of XML language, which is suitable for XML language. So application can take help of DTD to check that XML data is valid or not. So in the DTD check the validity is grammatical also helps to grammatically write. So second thing also it helps to check the XML data is valid or not. So inside a document, or we can say it can be kept a separate document and like it's divided to separately. So DTD determines how many times a node should appear and how their child's node are ordered. Okay. So generally XML defines, or we can say XML document, it's used to build form and valid. If we say the well form, that means XML document is considered as a well form if it allow all the XML rules like tag must be correctly nested, open close tag, balance and empty tag end with the slash close bracket. Or if we say valid, so XML is a valid. So valid means any XML document is not a just only well form but also ensure availability of DTD, and that includes or indicates, we can say it indicates which tag is a used attribute of those tag and which can be nested inside other tag. So there are some other properties also, or we can say some features of DTD. So some features are the element which can appear in an XML document. Second, the order of the element, how you write that element. So sequentially you write that with elements and order also. So open and close bracket, it's like way. Optional mandatory element and attribute of element, and also whether they are optional or mandatory. So it's depends, correct? And last one is whether or not attribute have default value. So those are the some attributes of your DTD. So this is the syntax of DTD. Doc type element DTD identifier. So first declaration, then second declaration, then raised to nth declaration. This is syntax of DTD. So there are some advantages also. So what kind of advantages we can say? So first one is the validation and second one is the documentation. So in documentation, user-defined format are allowed for XML files. This format helps user or developer to understand that structure of data. Correct. So validation, it's give a system to ensure that validity of XML file, and it will verify whether the elements are in a proper sequence or mandatory elements are present, and also attributes are exactly at their location and it plays its correct way. Correct. So those advantages given by the DTD. So next topic is schema. So if we say schema on this basis, you already know what is a schema. So if we say schema is a structure. So declaration basis, there is a two type of DTD, XML document. So its first one is internal DTD and second one is a external DTD. So in a internal DTD, how can we refer that DTD to internally? Or how can we give the link? If we say in internal way, it's a declaration inside in that file itself. I mean, you can declare that code or that document in that inside of that file, correct? And if you say external DTD, so declaration is a separate file. You have to link that file to your main file, correct? So this is the syntax of DTD. Document root element declaration, correct? So document delimiter is the beginning of DTD, and then your DTD identifier For document type definition, this may be path of file or system or URL file. When DTD points to external path, it is also known as external subset. Okay, so in this internal part, so DTD refers internal DTD and also is a standalone attribute in XML declaration must be set to yes. This means declaration works independent of an external source. Okay, so element declaration, it is where two elements are declared and root element, name of the root element. Okay, for example, this one we take this example. First you mention the XML, then version encoding UTF-8 standalone S. Okay, then doc type details element. This is just a declaration of element, which element you want. First I write here address, then name, and then phone number. And address, I mention the name, company, and phone number. Then name, PC data, company also PC data. Sorry, and empty phone is a PC data. Okay, employee phone. So those details are present. And for the address, write here the address and the address name company. So I write here some information. So we use some elements which are we already write here, and that element details we write here, like address, name, company name, phone number, address. Also we close that tab. Then let's go to that code, which is a XML version of 1.0 and encoding UTF-8 standalone, which we give as. So DTD immediately after the XML header and document type declaration flows. Also, which we give doc type declaration has a declaration marks, like it's marked present that and at the start of the element name. So when you start any doc type, so you have to write that mark, exclamation mark, and then you write doc type. So doc type info, the person that the DTD is associated with the XML document, and the DTD body, it declares the DTD other element, like you give the address, name, company name, phone number, the data. But where you declare element, which attribute entity notation, it's followed in that body code. So the body is element address, name, company name, phone number, element address, phone number, all the remaining element. So several elements are declared here that make up the vocabulary of that name document, and which element name is PC data defines the element name to be type of PC data. Yes, PC data means the parsable text data. Okay. So in this way, we can declare the internally that. So next type is external DTD. So in the external DTD elements, in the externally we can declare the DTD elements, and it's a declaring outside of the XML file. So they are retrieved by the mentioning the system attribute, which may be either the legal.dtd file or may valid URL. Okay, you have to create that file with extension that DTD, or you can give that URL link. Okay, so it refers to the external DTD standard attribute in XML declaration must be set as no, and this means declaration includes the information from the external source. Okay, so you have the syntax of the DTD, which is externally mentioned, the doc type, root element system file name. Okay, so in this way you can write file name with .dtd extension. So example of this DTD, you mention the XML version, the encoding standalone no, because you didn't write, you give the external link. So then to mention the document address system, that file name address.dtd, and then you give the element other information table, name, company, phone number. So you use all the content of the DTD, that elements you mentioned. Okay. So the content you already write here. that address, name, company, and phone number. So there are some types also. So you can refer the external DTD by using the either system identifier or public identifier. System identifier, which is include or specify the location of external file containing the DTD declaration. So there are two types, system identifier and public identifier. When we said system identifier enable you to specify the location of external file, which is we give the using that dot extension file, that file name and also extension. And when you say public identifier provide the mechanism to locate the DTD resources, and it's written in a follow like your URL. So beginning XML DTD address XML EN. Okay. So with the start of the keyword public and then followed by the specified identifier. So in this way you can declare that types. Okay. So let's stop today's lecture here.